What's going on, everybody? It's EricRayweather back here helping you take your game to the next level, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you one of my favorite Undercenter passing plays in Madden 18. Now if this is your first time checking out one of my videos, go ahead and hit the subscribe button below. Make sure to hit the bell icon so that you join the notification squad and never miss an upload. So like I said, guys, today I'm going to be going over one of my favorite passing plays, Undercenter passing plays in Madden 18. We're in the West Coast playbook again, and the other day when I posted the shotgun play out of the West Coast playbook, I had a few people in the comments asking if I had anything out of the near or far formations because this playbook has so many of them, and I actually do. So the near close flex, the play I want to look at is the PA read special. Now, the reason I really like this play, if you look at the play art, is obviously going to be the corner route to Antonio Brown. It's a very short corner route, and what this does is it allows us to get underneath those deep blue zones that typically stop corner routes. So even the 91 plus zone guys, it's going to get underneath them. So we do have Chris Harris over here. He is the benchmark in regular teams. If you can beat him, you can beat anybody, and that's why we test everything on him. So the way I like to set this play up is I want to streak X. I want to put Rodgers, the B wide receiver, on an in route, and then I want to take Le'Veon Bell and put him on a swing route. Now the last thing I want to do is when Ben Roethlisberger goes to fake the ball to Connor, I want to hold the right trigger or the R2 button to cancel the play action, because this has a very long play action fake, and if we let him carry out the entire play action, it's going to be difficult for us to quick pass that corner route like we need to. So right here we want to hold the trigger, cancel the play action, and you see easy dot to Antonio Brown. If they're playing underneath coverage, that's going to be open all day. If they hit you with the cloud flat coverage instead of the hard flat coverage, that's when you're going to look to either hit Bell in the flats, or you're going to hit Rodgers coming across the middle. So we see they're playing back, so we dump it down to Bell, we rack catch it, and we try to get our 5 to 7 yards. That's basically the 1-2 punch on that side of the field. If the corner's guarded, we're just going to go underneath. If they jump down underneath, we're going to hit the corner all day. So if for whatever reason you're not liking that look, you look back over the middle of the field and you have B going up the field, you'll get 5, 6, 7, 8 yards. That's pretty much the range you're going to get. You'll always get 5+ unless you just wait way too late to throw the ball. Now, if they are playing the pressed look, which a lot of people have stopped doing this because there are too many one-play touchdowns. If they are pressing you, though, it will be able to defend the corner route a little bit better. So what I like to do when I see them press is I want to keep Rodgers on the streak and motion him out, and that's going to be our workaround for if they press us, because if they do that, we're still able to get the corner route wide open because the cornerback's forced to go deep with the vertical threat. So if they are pressing you, that's the workaround to it. Now, the reads are going to be the exact same against cover 3, so I'm not going to show it versus cover 3. It's literally the exact same reads. If they play underneath, you hit the corner. If they play back, you hit the flat or the in route. So now we're going to look at Tampa 2. So again, if they're playing cloud flat Tampa 2, see here I didn't cancel the play action. You see how long that, I tried to cancel it, but I pressed the right trigger too late. But you see how long his play action fake was? It's no good because it doesn't allow us to quick pass. So here we cancel the play action. We see they're playing cover 2, playing back, so we dump it to the flats. Against a cover 2, you're going to get about 4 to 5 yards in the flats, especially against a 91 zone coverage corner. That's the best you're going to do, which is fine. As long as you're getting 4 to 5 yards, you're getting a good amount of yards to be able to continue moving the ball. But against cover 2, if they're playing cloud flats with a good cornerback, that's really the best you can hope for there. And then also, over the middle of the field, you have the in route. You'll be able to get 5, 7, sometimes 10 yards like there. He got a little bit extra after the tackle. He was able to get 10 yards. So the in route's always going to be a good check down option for you if you don't like what's going on the right side of the field. Now, if they play cover 2 hard flat, obviously you just hit the corner route. You're not going to see a lot of cover 2 hard flat, but if you do, you would hit the corner route. Now, against man defense, obviously off top, especially if they're playing like a 3-4, 3-3-5 style of defense, that corner route's going to have a linebacker on him, and that's just really favorable, especially with a guy like Antonio Brown. You see the cut that he makes, and we're almost able to take it in for a touchdown there. That's good. That corner route's going to absolutely destroy man defense. Now, the in route is also going to be a good option if you have a good route runner there. Here we probably won't get much separation because Eli Rodgers is not a good route runner, and Chris Harris is one of the best man corners in the game. And we got hit with block shed there, but you can see Chris Harris was on him pretty decently there. So when you're running this formation, you definitely want 2 good route runners. Antonio Brown's obviously elite. You definitely want a guy in that second slot that maybe has like 85, 86 plus route running, just to give you an option against if you're going against someone that has a good man corner. But you're not going to see too much man defense in general anyway, so not something to really worry about, but just try to have 2 good route runners if possible. Now, what's really good about this too is we have the fullback dive and our quick audibles, and this fullback dive plays off that play action. And what's really good about the fullback dives out of these type of formations are you get a lead blocker, whereas if you think of a typical fullback dive out of I form or out of strong or weak, you're not going to have a lead blocker because the running back's going to be lined up behind the fullback. But in this formation, the running back's going to actually lead block for the fullback dive. So these are the best fullback dives in the game just by default because they're the only ones that give you a lead blocker. So you see Le'Veon Bell hits that hole and you can run behind him. This fullback dive is extremely hard to stop for less than 3 to 4 yards unless they run commit. 3 to 4 yards is going to be pretty much minimal when you run this fullback dive, and the fact that you have a lead blocker just makes it all the more better. You can see here 3 or 4 yards every single time I'm running it. If they don't run commit, it's going to be a pain to stop. And when you have the play action play that plays off of it, that's what makes it even harder. Because the play action play is good, but it's not a play you can just run over and over and over. You know, you got to want to mix it in. It's a good play. But when you have this fullback dive with it, now they have to respect the run too. It helps take the user out of the play, so we can't just jump on that corner route. So you want to definitely play these both off of each other. And what else is good about this formation is you can audible, because it's the same personnel. You can audible into all the near and far formations. As you can see, they're all available. So another thing you can do that's really good is you can audible into the, let me find it really quick, the near Y left slot, and they have an 0-1 trap as their formation audible. So if you have someone that maybe can figure out how to maybe hit the backfield and blow up the fullback dive, which it's a very hard fullback dive to blow up, but if somehow they can, and then you audible to this 0-1 trap, you now have a pulling guard. So it's a different blocking assignment. 0-1 traps are very hard to manually shoot the gaps with, and now because of this different blocking assignment, you can a lot of times get 5 yards on this run, 4 to 5 yards consistently. So it's another run you can switch up to and just give your opponent a different look. That's why I love these formations. There's just so many looks you can give your opponent audibling between all of them, and you can really create one of the toughest under center formations in the game. Like here, you can audible to the near pro halfback inside, and now that's going to give Le'Veon Bell the ball. There's just so many options with these formations. If you play around with it, you can see there the holes open up really good on a lot of these runs. There's just a lot of stuff you can play around with, but the main thing I wanted to show was the PA play and the fullback dive. But definitely audible between these formations. Give your opponents just as much to think about as you possibly can. Give them a hard time stopping you. So if you enjoyed this video, as always, drop a like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.